This is a new series. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts. And now, drumroll please, The Unseen Victory, Episode 1, The Symphony of Silence. It all started with a splash. Not the kind that makes a joyful sound, but the kind that signals defeat. For Team Nova, a squad of 5 young synchronized swimmers, defeat was not an option. But lately, their routines were more watery disaster than graceful victory. Today's training was no different. As they attempted an innovative maneuver, the entire formation collapsed into a jumble of limbs and a shower of spray. Only 12-year-old Anya could have been less disappointed. Her heart sank faster than she could sink a triple axel jump. Anya was the point of the team, responsible for leading the formations and hitting the trickiest moves. Alongside her was Leo, the power of the team. His role was to lift and support the other swimmers, literally the backbone of their routines. But right now, he could barely hold a lift for 2 seconds without collapsing. As the coach watched from the side of the pool, shaking her head slowly, she knew this routine would never work, and the championship was only a week away. That evening, Team Nova had a rule: no sulking after practice. But it was hard to be cheerful when the only thing separating them from first place was a wall of water and their own insecurities. Now, there was no one else around, so Anya allowed herself a rare moment of quiet despair. Staring at the surface of the water, she saw a ghostly reflection staring back. She looked like a drowning girl trapped in an endless abyss. Suddenly, she understood why nothing was going right. In the quest for perfection, they had forgotten what truly mattered. As the hours ticked by and the pool emptied of everyone but the 5 teammates, they found themselves drawn to the center. There, under the cold glare of the moonlight, they found each other again. The words hung heavy in the air between them. They weren't a team of heroes. They were one hero, made of 5 hearts. Each part had to be strong for the whole to be unbreakable. Together they realized their real strength lay not in individual brilliance, but in their unity. This revelation gave them a renewed sense of purpose. If they could combine their skills in perfect harmony, they could create something truly special. Now came the hard part, translating that understanding into action. As the sun rose, painting the sky with hues of hope, Team Nova began their daily practice. But this time, things were different. Instead of the usual high-flying acrobatics and fancy footwork, they worked on the smallest movements, those that defined the essence of synchronized swimming. Under the watchful eye of their coach, they repeated the basic move over and over until it became second nature. Yet despite the simplicity of the exercise, it demanded an extraordinary level of concentration and control. The slightest lapse in timing or a fraction of a second, too much or too little pressure on the water, could ruin the entire formation. Watching them from the side of the pool, one wouldn't have guessed the amount of power these seemingly fragile athletes possessed. With every repetition, the team became more in sync, their movements flowing together like water. On the sidelines, the coach couldn't help but smile. She saw the potential in her team. All they needed was to trust each other and trust their training. Meanwhile, their main rivals, the Cyclones, were preparing for the championship with equal zeal. The Cyclones were known for their over-the-top routines, lots of flashy tricks and daring stunts. But the team's success depended on the charisma of its leader. During practice, his every move was designed to impress, to distract, and to dominate. His teammates followed his lead, their faces full of bravado. Unlike Team Nova, their strength came from individual brilliance. They were a team in name only, bound together by ambition and a thirst for victory. But as the day of the competition approached, a sense of unease settled over the Cyclones. They had faced Team Nova many times before, but something about this season finale felt different, and they couldn't put their finger on it. Perhaps it was the unbreakable bond Team Nova shared or the silent strength that emanated from their synchronized movements. Whatever it was, the Cyclones couldn't shake the feeling that this time the outcome might be different. At last, the day arrived. The arena was packed with spectators eager to witness the showdown between the 2 formidable teams. Cheers and whistles echoed through the vast space as the Cyclones took their positions. Their routine was a spectacle of speed and power. Acrobatic flips and twists were punctuated by loud splashes, creating a cacophony of motion and noise. The crowd roared its approval, completely oblivious to the turmoil brewing beneath the surface. Meanwhile, Team Nova stood calmly at the edge of the pool, their faces betraying none of the emotions raging within. Their coach had told them to forget the audience, to block out the noise. Right now, there was only one thing that mattered. The Cyclones had finished their routine, and the score flashed across the screen. Now it was Team Nova's turn. As they entered the water, the music swelled, shifting the energy in the arena from boisterous cheers to hushed anticipation. The team moved as one, their bodies cutting through the water with the precision of a well-oiled machine. The routine they had practiced tirelessly was unfolding flawlessly. The basic step they had spent hours perfecting now formed the foundation of their victory. Every kick of the feet, every turn of the body, sent ripples of power through the water. The crowd watched in stunned silence as Team Nova wove their magic. Underwater, the scene was nothing short of spectacular. Glowing light trails followed each swimmer as they executed their moves, making it look like they were dancing in a neon wonderland. The camera pulled back, offering a wider view of the pool. The water was a battleground of light and motion, and Team Leo was winning it brilliantly. With each move, the team wove a tapestry of strength and grace. The synchronized beauty of their movements was a sight to behold, leaving the audience in awe. Meanwhile, the rival team watched from the sidelines, their earlier confidence replaced by disbelief. The gap in skill between the two teams was evident for all to see. As the routine neared its end, Team Nova executed a final lift, a towering structure of human strength and balance. The crowd erupted into thunderous applause, their cheers echoing long after Team Nova had finished their routine. The score flashed across the screen, a testament to their flawless performance. Team Nova had won. Backstage, the rival team could only stare in disbelief at the scoreboard. The victory margin was substantial, a clear indication of the gulf in skill between the two teams. The coach of the Cyclones could only shake her head in disappointment. She knew her team had lost not just the match, but an opportunity to learn from their opponents. Team Nova, on the other hand, basked in their well-earned victory. Theirs was a triumph not just of physical prowess, but of teamwork, discipline, and sheer determination. As the sun set over the horizon, the echoes of their victory still resonating in the air, Team Nova knew this was just the beginning. The real world was waiting for them, a place where strength wasn't just measured in medals and trophies, but in the silent, unseen efforts of everyday life. The power they had displayed in the pool that day wasn't just about winning a competition. It was about conquering the challenges of life with grace, precision, and unity. Their journey from a group of individuals to a team of heroes had just begun. The end. Thank you for watching. Please let me know your thoughts on the episode in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures. Your feedback helps us bring more amazing content to life. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the world of AI-powered stories.